Hey man, this is my story, and I want to share it with you. From wrong to right, from dark to light, from death to life. Let's go. So growing up, I was one of those kids that was by himself a lot and wanted to be, accepted. So, I would go around and do whatever they were doing. Off and on through the years of school, it would start to lead to eventually alcohol and going into clubs and watching certain videos. And so I was always looking for acceptance from the world.
My friends weren't really friends. He tried to get rid of them. My speech, my clothes, my life, man, I lived for them, but it was just a waste. They didn't care what I did for them.
Knew a lot of people that rapped, so I started writing about drugs and money and sex and alcohol and all these different things that I would hear on the radio and see on TV, because I said, okay, if that's what they want, that's what I'm gonna give them. So I was, most of my music was fake.
Chasing after my happiness only left me lonely, not knowing I would find it if I only let him show me.
I met this girl, tried to take her on a date. She said right away, if we're even gonna date, you're gonna have to come to church with me. The church was Calvary Chapel, Fort Lauderdale. So I said, okay, I'm gonna test them. I'm gonna see if they really accept me for who I am, because that's in the end what I wanted. So I remember I had some sandals on, basketball shorts, and a tank top. I went in and everybody was just, it was amazing how nice and accepting they were. I remember listening to Pastor Bob, and I don't remember the specific message, but I actually started to cry, because it hit me. And I was like, this is really where I feel like I should be. From there, I started changing a lot of the things that I did. I started listening to some Christian music and started reading the Bible. I really think Satan was playing his part. He realized that I was starting to see that God was trying to pull me away from all of that. So he was trying to pull me back, and he would keep bringing these certain people around, or he would keep bringing these certain things around that he knew I would be attracted to.
Let me paint a picture for you, a life of addiction, still chasing after the pleasure despite the conviction. Seen the bad that can happen.
That's when I would say I really started to hit my darkest places, because now not being accepted by the women I wanted to, and not liking the choices that I had, I started to watch pornography.
I was caught up in the lust in the way that it was pleasing me. Thought it was okay, but I knew Satan was deceiving me.
From there, it was just, it was alcohol and pornography. That was, my life. Finally, all really just crashed one night. I just started really contemplating suicide, and I think it was God who was telling me, no, there's still people that care for you. For some reason, I picked up the phone and I sent a text message to two of my friends. They were both Christians, and they both said, listen, I can't give you all the advice, but I can tell you, trust in Him and watch what happens. From that moment, I made the decision that I was going to start going to church. So I started going to Calvary Chapel every Sunday morning. A couple weeks later, then it was Pastor Doug who was speaking about pain, and it was again something that I felt was directed towards me. And he gave the option to go forward to either accept or rededicate your life to Christ, and I just went, and it was awesome, because I really started to actually feel even more of a change at that point. The addictions also to pornography and alcohol were tough for me. There was a verse that just stood out to me, John 5:14, and it was when Jesus was talking to someone he had just healed, and he was saying, basically, you're well, you're healed. Don't sin anymore, or worse is going to happen to you. So I didn't want worse to happen. So I was like, okay, that's it, I'm done. Calvary Chapel has definitely helped me in many ways, and I'm thankful for the church. Seeing what I could do for other people and not always worrying about me and how could I please me, I started realizing I could actually be happy by making other people happy as well. So I'm involved in different ministries, kids ministry, mission work. Community group is definitely, it's big to me. I definitely have grown from going there, because I have a group of guys that I know at any time I could just call them, email them, text them. God has really taken me from, the guy or the kid that was at home by himself, angry and bored and didn't know what to do, didn't know how to be accepted, to someone who was busy with doing God's work and accepted by pretty much everybody and loved for who he is and what he does.